Queen Elizabeth II News how wanted to gun down Nazis if they invaded in WW2 Royal News Expres. We use cookies to help our site work, to understand how it is used, and to tailor the adverts presented on our site. By clicking accept, in fact the monarch played an increasingly important role in the war effort, according to Channel 4's D-Day, the king who fooled Hitler. In the autumn of 1940 MI6, fearing Nazi invasion, made preparations to evacuate the royal family to Canada. But when he was told to leave, the king's response was "We're not going." Professor Richard J. Aldrich, from the University of Warwick, said that not even the children are going to be evacuated. Everybody is going. At this point, what they're expecting is a German invasion, led by German paratroopers, and the king says, "I want to get my German. I want to at least." When Churchill hears about this, he says, "Well, really, you need to able to kill more than one German, So the Prime Minister sent the monarch a Tommy gun to protect his family, and the entire royal household learned to defend themselves, the show revealed. Professor Aldrich, the Queen Mother actually enjoys taking pot shots at rats, and because of the Blitz there are lots of rats in the Buckingham Palace garden. The King and the Queen and the whole royal family are practicing with firearms in the garden of Buckingham Palace and at Windsor. This reflects that, but it's also symbolic that the king is showing this off, to cabinet ministers, to visiting diplomats. And he is sending out. By 1944 the king was actively working on behalf of British intelligence in efforts to distract the Germans away from the planned locations of the D-Day attack. He did this by orchestrating a series of visits to military bases across the British Isles to imply the Allies were going to invade either Calais or even Norway, rather than their intended target of Normandy. He even took his family on some visits, with the young Princess Elizabeth making her first full-length tour with her parents to inspect the troops in 1944. German intelligence used the press coverage these visits generated and some well-placed intel from British spies to deduce that the attack would not be in Normandy.
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,